Okay, welcome everybody to WCW Superbrawl XIII, as we're live from beautiful Kansas City, Missouri, at the... where are we? We are at the Sprint Center, yeah, the Sprint Center in beautiful Kansas City, Missouri, where probably a full house. We'll watch a main event of Goldberg and Kanyon, Mesias taking on Sting, Scott Steiner versus Shawn O'Hare, a big tag team match, and more. So let's get rolling to the actual show. So we start off on the pre-show where we have a not a six-way, but a three-way tag team match in the women's division, where you have Beth Phoenix and Amy Sakura defeated Celine Cartier and Jordan Cole, and Amber O'Neil and Lexi James in 15-20. This gets a 55, and again, Cartier and Cole have excellent chemistry, and Beth Phoenix and Amy Sakura have excellent chemistry. Basically, all the babyface females have good chemistry teaming together, which means I probably should plan on turning some of them heel eventually. But anyway, solid match. Celine actually does the best. But yeah, solid stuff. And in our other pre-show match, in a terrible pre-show match, Blitzrig, Fit Finley, and Jason Kett defeat Cash, Lestat, and Kaz in 14:38 when Jason Jett pinned Cash with a Cash landing. This gets 64. This gets the people on the show who didn't have matches. And basically, the story of the match, quote-unquote, is basically the babyfaces working together. The heels are all either parts of different factions or they're assholes, so they don't get along, and Jason Jett is able to get the pin. We start out with our opening video, which basically focuses on Goldberg and Kanyon, Sting and Mesias, and the tag match where Vampiro and Kidman will take on Booker T and RVD. 83, solid stuff. Yeah. What else can you say? And in our opening match, which, Jesus, is a lot better than I thought it was going to be, I keep on writing these tag matches are going to be good because AJ and Air have that great chemistry bonus. But anyway, Air Raid of AJ Styles and Eric Paris defend the tag team titles again when they defeat Mark Jindrak and Shawn Statsiak when AJ Styles pins Shawn Statsiak with Styles Clash. This gets 79, like I said. And honestly, this was mostly AJ and Eric Paris because Jindrak and Statsiak are painfully mediocre so far. But again, after the match, babyfaces celebrate, get to 61, we move on with our lives. Next up, we've got the women's title match, where you have Angel Foxx defeats Gail Kim in 11:04 by pinfall with the Angel Snap. Angel Foxx defends her women's world title for the second time. This gets a 60. Gail Kim gets a 57. Angel Foxx gets 48, but, you know, she's getting better. But again, okay match. Well, not an okay match, but a terrible match, but a decent match for their status. And again, we're just building up the women's division, so I know it's going to take a while. Especially because to take the title off our probably top women and put it on somebody who the crowd didn't really know yet. So I'm also building her up. But regardless, Angel gets a 40. So yeah, there we go. And then in our match, so basically at the last show, Alex Wright pinned Ric Flair in a tag match. Ric Flair got pissed, wanted this match, but Eric Bischoff made the decision that if Alex Wright won, he would get a non-US title shot non-world title shot he wanted. Well, if Flair won, he would get any non-world title match he wanted. But if Flair lost, the Horsemen would also lose any possible title shots for the next 90 days. Regardless, in about that good heat and decent wrestling, Ric Flair defeated Alex Wright in 13:29 by pinfall a handful of tights. So I mentioned this going back and forth, but in the end, Ric Flair's Ric Flair, so he cheats, gets brass knucks, gets that, and then also gets pinfall with a handful of tights just because he's Ric Flair and he cheats. This is 69, so actually a little worse than I thought it was, but still solid stuff. And Ric Flair's like Scott Steiner, where he's not bad in the ring yet, so I'm going to continue to use him. Like, not in like top tier world title stuff, but like stuff like this where he can work with younger wrestlers. After the match, Ric Flair celebrates, gets a 70 because it was 2-minute angle. So then we've got in about that subpar wrestling and little heat, Jesus. Morningstar defeats Paul London in 9:48 by pinfall after using foreign object, aka the WCW World Cruiserweight title. So this is just a pure high spots match. And in the end, Morningstar gets desperate, comes out, whacks Paul London with the World Cruiserweight title, and picks up the pinfall victory. This is 72, good stuff. And then afterwards, we have Morningstar tries to get away, but Paul London hits a big dive on him as the crowd cheers before WCW officials basically break him up. This gets 57. You know, and there you go. In a decent match, Shane Helms defeats Chuck Palumbo in 16:45 by pinfall with a super kick following interference from Gigantes. During the match, we also saw Reno run in and attack Palumbo, and Cash also attacked Palumbo. So this is basically the Shane Helms acts like a dick heel. His buddies interfere all the time, but Palumbo like still fights them off. But in the end, there's just one too many people, including Gigantes, and Shane Helms was able to hit the super kick and get the pinfall victory. 79, so solid stuff. And yeah, this is where having storylines helps, because see, this gets 79, and you realize it got 64 and 65, so this probably helped like the writing of the match, probably 8 or 10 points. And then we have a 4-1 beatdown. Basically, you know, so basically we have 4-1 beatdown, and then like Stacy comes in and like try to like, you know, cover him. But then like sort of Helms is basically acts like an ass, sort of like corners Stacy, and like, you know, you want to be with a real man, not some guy who just got his ass kicked. And then, you know, we have Jason Jett run down, Jason Jett and his Yuri run down with a steel chair to save Stacy and Palumbo, and the heels run off because, well, the baby faces with chairs, what can you do? 61, not the greatest, but this sort of builds things up for the future. So, in a decent match, Dustin Rhodes and Konnan defeats Team Canada in 12-12 when Dustin Rhodes pins Lance Storm with a bulldog. This is like a straight-ahead tag match, like your straight-ahead Southern tag match, and in the end, the babyfaces get the win. 76, everybody did good. There you go. Awesome and Storm actually did a lot better because they didn't have the chemistry bonus, but they'll be doing other things. Again, Awesome's in this weird spot where I don't want to push him too hard because he is getting older, but he's sort of in that same spot other guys, right, where he's too big to sort of be stuck in the mid-card morass, but he's not quite at the level to actually compete for the world title, so he's sort of in a weird spot at the moment. Same thing with Storm. Storm's sort of like in the spot as guys like Tajiri, Kaz, and Jason Jett are, where they're not in the Cruiserweight title picture because they're sort of too big for that, both star-wise and weight-wise, but they're also like not big enough to be in the U.S. title reign scene at the moment. So yeah, and also with the women, there's like one less match on each Nitro for, you know, them to have that they might have had before. Anyway, solid win for Rhodes and Konnan. They celebrate, get 67. There you go. And then, in probably a match I put too far down the show, Rey Mysterio defeats Shane Douglas in 1752 by pinfall to springboard Hurricanrana, following botched interference by Ric Flair, and again, Ray Jr. defends the U.S. title again. This gets an 84, and yeah, in the end, basically Ric Flair comes down, like tries to drill Ray Jr., hits Douglas instead. Ray hits a quick move to knock Flair out to the outside, and then Ray, you know, hits his finish as he wants to get the pinfall victory and another defense of the U.S. title. So another win over the Horsemen. So basically, Ray Jr. slips out, grabs the U.S. title, celebrates, and Flair and Douglas basically argue, but after, you know, a moment, you know, tensions settle and they walk off together. But still, interesting. Oh, ignore the fact I have Shane Helms there. That should be Shane Douglas. Ignore that fact. God damn it. Anyway, let's just ignore that happened. So in a superb match, Vampiro and Billy Kidman drew with Booker T and Rob Van Dam in 20 minutes when the match descended into chaos. So this is exactly what you'd think this kind of match was. Vampiro and Kidman, just, you know, both teams brawling each other because they hate each other more than even really like their teammates. Well, Booker and RVD a little more better, but there's these aren't settled teams, and eventually, like, it's just brawling all over. The ref like calls it off, and they just keep on brawling. So this probably would have done better if it had a finish. But interesting that Vampiro and Kidman show excellent chemistry teaming together, which is maybe something for like the far future, when Kidman's like a top guy, or when Vampiro's no longer a main eventer, because like, yeah, there's nothing I can really do with that for the moment. But yeah, as I said, the brawl continues. This gets 78. I had April Hunter in here just so she would show up for the night. And then, wow, this might be our best match of the night. And it's Scott Steiner and Shawn O'Haire. Wow, okay. Jesus. Okay. In a match that had a great heat and good wrestling, Scott Steiner defeats Shawn O'Haire and 13-8 by pinfall for freaking Steiner. Okay, that's just funny. So yeah, this is just a wild brawl. What I imagine happening is Steiner actually like gets to unwind one of the turnbuckles, is able to like some sort of like hot shot or snake eyes or like some sort of suplex into the into like the exposed steel, but knowing like he can get submission on O'Haire, he actually hits the Frankensteiner and gets the pinfall victory on a KO'd O'Haire. So that gets an 86 because it was freaking great. Because it was just a back and forth brawl where both guys beat the crap out of each other, and really just like we're hitting like suplexes on each other, and like Steiner gets desperate and is able to get a pinfall victory. And the Steiner celebrating gets a 73. Solid stuff. So yeah, okay, so we have Mesias versus Sting, and here's the interesting, like in prior matches, Mesias has just run over people. But this time this doesn't happen because Sting's Sting, so he's actually able to fight back, and actually it looks like Mesias is actually at sort of disadvantage, like because he's not used to somebody like Sting, who actually he can actually just brawl with him much as well. He's almost as powerful with him. He's not quite as old as DDP, so he's not like quite as before, and he's not or Savage or Luger. Sting's still like a high impact wrestler. He can still do this every day if he wants. Nope, he really can't, but we'll just say he is. But the problem is he's still Sting, so he's still going to make a mistake. So he hits. So Sting finally hits the big Stinger Splash, but he goes for the other Stinger Splash. Mesias is able to get out of the way, and from there it's just a vicious beatdown, just big boots, throws, suplexes, choke slams, big power slam, crucifix power bomb, pinfall right in the middle of the ring. Mesias gets the victory again. This time he defeats probably his biggest scalp. Because in the last 2.5 months he's defeated Lex Luger, DDP, Randy Savage, and Sting. Who can stop him? Well, this gets 78, so there you go. Again, not as probably as good as it can really be expected at this point. But then Mesias basically goes to hit another one on Sting. Vampiro comes in to help him, but then Booker T runs out and makes a save before they can finish, and the heels decide to scramble for now. 83, solid stuff. So then Kanyon and Lawler walk down to the ring. They get an entrance, 84. Goldberg gets his entrance, it gets an 87. And in the world title match. Okay, yeah, this is probably about what I expected. So in a textual match, Bill Goldberg defeated Kanyon in 1509 by pinfall. I keep on forgetting to fix this. That's a jackhammer. I don't care. This is pure. It's a jackhammer. So it's basically I don't say the same exact match as a Starcade match, but it's basically the same thing. Kanyon cheats, Lawler interferes. Well, it doesn't specifically interferes, but she gets fights with the ref. Well, Kanyon cheats. Shane tries to slow down the match, keep Goldberg on the ground, locks in holds, tries to hit a big move to sort of keep the advantage. But at the end, he's Kanyon, Goldberg is Goldberg. So I can see him going for the flatliner, but Goldberg fighting out of it, elbowing out of it. Goldberg going for another move. Kanyon going for another move. Goldberg spearing him out of his boots, and then hitting another spear for good measure. Jackhammer, pinfall right in the middle of the ring. 81. And then the show ends with Goldberg celebrating. 79. Not the best thing. So this gets an 83, which I don't think is our best show ever. I mean, it's not our best show ever, but still a perfectly solid show. We still increased our popularity in most regions. And to make a speech, so Scott Steiner and Shawn both get praised for a great performance. Who else did really well or really outstanding things? Actually, yeah. Okay. We'll give Lance Storm some credit. No, actually, Shane Helms should get some credit because no, that was mostly the feud. So yeah, Lance Storm we'll give it for great performance. Steiner O'Hare, and everybody seems pleased. So we'll just see if anybody was too unhappy with the results. Gail Kim was a little unhappy with the result because Angel Foxx isn't quite there as far as being over, but what can you do? So we'll throw her some money if she's unhappy. But let's just see here. Okay. So okay. So yeah, Gene Okerlund left officially. 1.16, 0.52. That's again probably more than they should have, but what can you do? Paraguay joined AAA. That's interesting. And then also, yeah. So Vampiro. So let's see if we just okay, yeah, nothing yet. let's go with the fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Vamp. We're going to talk to Worker. Okay, that's unfortunate. So yeah, Mischief, we send Mischief, but what we can do is send her. There you go. Have fun in developmental. Let's just see here. We got Superbrawl. Yeah, good feedback. If we look at see perceptions, nothing I can really tell it's changed. Let's see here. Palumbo might be Palumbo Wright might be stars now when they were well known before, but I forget. Lightstorm might have dropped the well knowns again. This is a little hard to. I meant one thing. This is a little harder to keep track of than mid card to upper mid card, but again, everybody who should be are still major stars. Momentum wise, all the people that should be white hot are white hot. Yeah, I think like momentum wise, I think the only people that are really chilly, yeah, people who are really cold are either people I use as pure jobbers or people who are only on the Saturday night show. But then if we just do a quick search, because I want to check to perception. So Goldberg's up to a 92, which if we track things, let's see here. Yeah, so that's about where he's been. Kidman's up to a 71, which I think, yeah, so he's up quite a bit. He's getting more popular. Booker T's up to an 86, which I think is pretty solid. Yeah. Let's see here. Kanyon, I think I've actually kind of hurt Kanyon a bit. Let me see here. Yeah, Kanyon is dropping because he's done the job in a major world title match twice in a row. Mesias, ooh, let's see here. Mesias, yeah, he's getting insanely over, like, which is good for the next thing he's doing, quote unquote. Wright Jr., there we go, solid stuff, picking up momentum. Flair's Flair, Steiner is Steiner. Yeah, he's falling a little, but, you know, what else can you do? I think I might have hurt O'Hare a little. And no, actually, he's still solid. And Sting is Sting and Vampiro is Vampiro. If we do a quick search for our other stars, let's see here. Who... Yeah, Van Dam's getting there. Helms is also getting there. Yeah. Well, actually, is he getting there or is he actually dropping a little bit? Yeah, he actually dropped a little bit, but he came back, so... Yeah. He can probably be rebuilt to a popular guy. And I think the only other thing to correct real quick is just a creative meeting, just for sake of checking things out. So, creative-wise, yeah, Goldberg's our top guy, Vampiro's currently your top heel, Booker T's number 3, Kane's number 4, and Steiner's number 4. Next big things is basically two of our women, AJ Styles, Paulin, and Shane Helms. Hot prospects are sort of same thing, plus Beth Phoenix. Who's hot is who I've been pushing for the last couple weeks. Who's not is Kevin Nash, but who cares about Kevin Nash? I think that's about it. Let's see here. Is there anything you guys would care to see? Backstage is backstage. Probably need to do a little bit of like giving some people some money or getting rid of people. Size, we are up to big officially, so, or large, sorry. So that means we need to work on the other countries to get to 77, which is going to be a thing. Let's see here. Merchandise. Goldberg, Booker, Joni, Sting, Vamp, Kanyon, DDP, O'Hare, Wright Jr. and all the way down to Dustin Rhodes and Rick Steiner, Bobby Heenan are selling a couple $100 a month. That's like 8 t-shirts. Let's see, is there anything? Oh, we're storylines. Let's just check over things. So, yeah, still pretty solid stuff, including Steiner bringing our hottest thing, which is hilarious. But anyway, that's it for now. So if you'd like things, go ahead and give it a like. Comment below what you're looking for in the future as far as storylines or just in general. And subscribe to the channel if you want more fun TEW 2020 stuff, including my local to global series, VODs on my Twitch streams once I'm back on Twitch, and possibly more stuff. Like I said before, I'm thinking of maybe doing a Puro save or possibly a Cornellverse save for a bigger company. Just depends on what I decide to do. Regardless, that's all for now. Next up is Uncensored, I think. Or if I still decide to do Uncensored as a pay-per-view, I'm not 100% on that. You'll probably find that out next week, what I'm actually decided to do. Regardless, that's all for now. So, talk to you later, and adios.